would open it?
I might.
It's illegal, I think.
I might.
Oh my god.
Hello?
Hey, Froggy.
Hi.
This is Kim with Toy Addict. This is Danny.
Hello.
He's Matt's oldest friend.
It's true.
And we're gonna go shop around with him.
Yeah, we're going to take a lap and see what they've got this year. It's going to be Turtles. It's going to be Transformers this year. Occasionally some G.I. Joe. I have two very specific Transformers I'm looking for this year.
Which are?
So, Generation 2 came out when I was at the peak of my toy collecting as a child. And going through what I still have left over, I have 4 out of 5 combiners for one specific character. And the 5th that I need, his name is Onslaught. So Generation 2 Onslaught this year is what I'm looking for.
Onslaught, we're gonna find it. We're on a mission.
That's right.
Let's do it. I would like to find a Polly Pocket. I kind of think that's it right now. I want to find a Polly Pocket, but no luck so far. Do you have an entire collection at home?
I have probably not like a huge collection, but a pretty decent one. So what's difficult about a lot of the combiners is typically sellers will wait to complete the set and sell it as a complete set. So if I'm going to try to find one, most likely it's going to be in a package. That's probably okay, but
We don't want it in a package? I feel like we would want it in a package, no?
I would hate to open it if it's a good package though.
You would open it?
I might.
It's illegal, I think.
I might.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
So we'll see.
I think that's a disgrace. I don't know. I mean, I don't know all the rules yet, but he's here today.
Like the voice actors?
The voice actor is here today. He's not as cute as this.
Is that it? That's a different one, but it's something I was considering anyway.
Show us what you got.
So this is a revamped Generation 2 Laser Optimus Prime. I still have the original. Thought it'd be interesting to display them together, a newer version.
How are you going to display it?
That's a good question. I don't have that answer yet.
Stay tuned. Not necessarily a board game, but I do love I Dream of Jeannie. I wanted a logo one time that would picture me like this. I love it. I love it so much. I don't know what I would do with the logo, but I wanted it. Does anyone remember Superstar? Do you remember?
The Generation 2 Onslaught's like a yellow is the main color. It's kind of a yellow and purple camouflage pattern. So I'm looking for yellow to grab my eye.
Okay, I'll look for yellow. Alright, so do we like the new Transformer movies? Or is that illegal to like?
No, not in my opinion. So I recently just watched Transformers 1 a couple weeks ago. I really enjoyed it.
Come on, man.
Now,
Come on, man.
some of the live action I didn't particularly enjoy, but Bumblebee I really liked.
My first job was at Pizza Hut. And then I just randomly quit and moved to California. So.
Brazil was like real big into Motu for some. I had no idea. Like that's a display for them. Like they had the department stores. Like they made parasol umbrellas, flip flops, you name it. They put He-Man on it. And this one actually has even the sheet music in Portuguese, of course, for
so
the
cool.
He-Man on the xylophone deal. So it's a weird. I buy weird stuff. So.
I mean, that's good. People like weird stuff.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about your booth?
Sure. Yeah. Kyle and I, we do comics and toys. It's just our collection, basically, of getting out. We buy somebody's collection, keep stuff, and then sell the rest so we can buy more, and that's kind of it. We do a couple shows a year, and it's just for fun.
Where are you guys located?
We live in Simpsonville. We live in nearby.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we're
Called
locals.
Mr. Hibbs, or they call me Mr. Hibbs?
They call me Mr. Hibbs, and we just do a few shows a year, just again for fun. Keep it close and just to thin the herd.
And what's your favorite piece in your collection?
I was a Star Wars guy first. That was my first love with Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I love weird stuff like knockoffs.
All right, show me your weird stuff. Show me like something really weird.
I don't have anything like that of mine. I bought last night. They're in my truck. I bought a set of four from Mexico, giant-sized turtles, the knockoffs, and they're the ugliest things, and I had to have them. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're an idiot." Right now, I'm buying food fighters because they're ridiculous, and I like them. And so I had a pink donut that I bought a nicer pink donut last night, and so I took the one out of my shelf this morning and stuck it in there, and he already sold it. So anyway.
This is pretty cool because I didn't know what that was earlier. Someone
He's a taco. He's a pizza.
Fighters.
They make like chocolate chip cookies and hot dogs, and they're ridiculous, but they're really cool.
You like what you like, and it's the weird stuff.
It's the weird stuff.
I was a fan. Were you a fan? So good. Okay, so I am not a Futurama person, but apparently this is my personality. Do you guys agree?
So this is the Generation 1 Onslaught.
Ooh, okay, but we don't want...
Well, I'll need to consider a temporary solution here, potentially. I might get it, I might not.
Alright, what's the selling point?
The selling point would be able to complete the combiner. It would just be the wrong generation, technically, so I wouldn't want to keep it that way forever.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to form in the Generation 2 version, which is that more colorful version we saw earlier.
Do we need to explain to her what a combiner is?
Yeah, we do actually.
So this is kind of what we call combiners.
Okay.
This is one of 5 pieces. So I have the Generation 2 versions.
Puzzle.
Yeah, I have 4/5. So I have the Generation 2 versions of the arms and the legs, and I need the Generation 2 version of the body. So that's what I'm looking for.
So much to learn.
I've got the Stretch Armstrong mold that was later reused for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures that were also stretchy. They would dip this into the rubber and pull it out and then peel it off like a rubber glove.
Right, how much does that go for?
I've got $495 on it.
Wow.
You don't see many molds out there. You see prototypes.
Have you had another one of these?
I haven't had another one, but the guy I got it from had more than one. But I could only afford one.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah. You can find After Action Report at afteractionreport.net, and you can order all of our current books. Right now we have 3 books available. In January we will have 7 books available.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, or I should say 6 books in January, and shortly after that 7 books.
Okay, so for Froggy Flips, we found a Madball that you really, really want, so we're gonna go and try and get that. So we are looking at a specific item for Froggy Flips. Do you know who that is?
I do.
Okay, so apparently he needs this one right here for his collection.
Alright.
So that is what we are working on, getting that one.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey Froggy,
Hi.
this is Kim with Toy Addicts.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, so we have that Madball for $200. Do you want it?
It doesn't have a sticker.
It does not have a sticker.
That doesn't have a sticker. Yes.
Yes, he wants it. He's got to have it.
Okay. Alright. That works. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Froggy. Got it for $200. Tell us about the grading system. I know nothing about it, so just talk to me like I'm an idiot.
So basically we grade action figures, video games, and VHS tapes. We grade our vintage action figures on a 100-point scale, like this R2 here. See, it's got the 100-point scale grades with subgrades breaking down that grade even further. That's how we grade vintage items. And our modern items we grade on a 10-point scale with more grades up towards the upper half to kind of sort of, you know, diversify the higher graded items.
Yeah.
So we have those 2 different scales, and of course that's different pricing for submissions. And to get something submitted, basically it just kind of depends on the size of the item. It's not so much the value, which is a misconception. A lot of people think that it's kind of based on like the value of their item is how much it would cost to get it graded, but it's not that, it's just the size of it. So like, because you know, we make all the acrylic in-house, so if we have to use more acrylic, obviously it's going to cost more to get it graded.
Okay, so everything goes in one of these.
Yes, and these are fully sealed. You can't take it out once it's graded in here. It's got our label. Yeah, it's pretty tamper-proof.
So this is really big. What is the grade on here?
It's an 8.5. So yeah, it's definitely pretty large there. And you know, with larger items, of course, you know, there's going to be potential for more flaws and whatnot, and we take that into consideration. For the bigger the item, you know, the more flaws it's probably likely to have. So, you know, it's sort of weighted differently versus smaller items if it has more.
Yeah.
You know, it might be the same amount of flaws, but much more noticeable in a small item.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since right before COVID. Right, like they hired me in 2020 in January.
Interesting. Okay. And so was it a lot to learn about toys, or did you know a lot about toys?
Yeah, I collect the vintage Star Wars and the Joe stuff. These are actually two things I picked up from Ryan's booth earlier the week. So I'm all about this stuff. Like, I mean, I'm here buying just like everyone else at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What goes into the grading for that 100-point scale and, you know, breakdown of the subgrades would be card flaws. So like, for instance, like that sticker peel, that would be something you kind of see when the light catches. You see that like vein right down there. Stuff like that would factor into the grade. You know, if the bubble has any sort of dings, any sort of scuffs, cracks, God forbid, you know, those take into account of the bubble grade. And the figure, you know, I mean, he can look really nice like this one, gun still taped, or, you know, they could be going a completely wrong color, you know, horribly discolored inside of there, or the gun could be loose or something. Things like that, you know, take into account the grade and, of course, affect the overall grade of the piece as well.
This is a Madball, obviously. You know probably more than I do about this. What would you grade this?
Would I grade this?
Yeah. Let's come to the test right now.
And it's got some scuffs on the teeth, a little break on the tongue there. I do wish the lighting in here was better. I mean, just looking at it, you know, from here, in this light and everything, I mean, I would give it, you know, ballpark maybe like an 80.
Okay.
Maybe a 75 plus, 80, something like that.
Okay. So
Kinda the
when
range I would give it.
people bring items to you in here, are you taking it with you and doing something
Yes,
to it?
yes. So we're not doing any of the grading here.
Okay,
We're taking
gotcha.
the items back to Atlanta, Georgia, which is where we're located, and we'll process them there, grade them, encapsulate them, and then once they're done, we would ship them back, or they can come pick them up if they want to.
Okay, very cool. We're making YouTube videos. We are, you're right. And that wraps it up for today. I had a great time. This is my first Toy Con ever, and I got a cool Igor from Young Frankenstein. Over there. And I'm really excited about it. And yeah, that's it. I also got a really cool hoodie, and it's very warm, and it's very big, and it fits me perfect.
Thank you, Jess.